Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Red Dead Online and we're doing another outfit guide. Today it's going to be for Thomas C. Durant, otherwise known as Doc Durant from Hell on Wheels. One of the main characters, sometimes an antagonist, sometimes a protagonist, definitely a character that I deeply enjoy, played by Colm Meaney in the show. A very talented actor who's done lots of TV shows that I enjoy. So if you haven't seen Hell on Wheels, I of course, as always, definitely recommend watching it as it's a show I greatly enjoy. And now obviously, if you have watched the show, you're going to be like, wait a second, he wears like a different outfit in every single episode. And while that's not totally true, he sometimes rewears the same outfit, it is definitely close to being true. He has a lot of variety in his outfits, especially for a show like this. But I picked out one of my favorite outfits that he ever wears, and it's one that he wears for several episodes in season 3. And so that's the one we're going to be basing it off of. So like always, we're going to start her off with weapons and then we'll do clothing. So the first gun we're going to be trying to do is his sidearm that you see him use a decent amount in this season. And it is actually, now in the movie, it's a Remington 1858 New Army. So we can't do that because unfortunately Red Dead Online does not have any Remington firearms that look like it, but obviously the closest thing to impersonate that is going to be the Navy revolver, given that they're both percussion pistols, and they have a similar appearance. Now the Remington looks better in my opinion. It's got the solid top strap over it, and then it's got the barrel length is slightly different with the loading lever being a little bit shorter and everything. There's a lot of things that I like about the appearance of it better, but we can approximate it about like this. So what I did was I gave it the short barrel, improved rifling, improved sights, ironwood grips with a darker wood varnish because his has a decently dark wood grip to it in the show. And then for the metals, I did black and steel for the barrel, cylinder, frame, and the trigger. And then for the trigger guard, I went with brass because you can see when he's holding up the revolver in several shots that it has a brass trigger guard. And then for the hammer, I went with brown steel just because it appears to be slightly lighter, but not so light that it could be brass or something. So that is the best we can attempt to replicate Doc Durant's pistol in the game currently. I really wish we had the Remington Model 1858. It's one of my all-time favorite revolvers, especially of that era, and it would be very cool for replicating a lot of these iconic outfits. But for now, the Navy works if you make it look like this. So that's the revolver, but of course we have one more that we can replicate for Doc Durant. So the next gun we're going to be taking a look at is going to be the Lancaster repeater in the game, and this is going to be to imitate the Winchester 1866 Yellow Boy rifle, which this gun is based on, so it's really easy to imitate. In Season 3, quite a few people use this rifle, and at one point, Doc Durant does when he's holding up in a hotel, I believe, in a pretty exciting gunfight. And his looks basically like this, which is pretty standard because it's kind of a stock appearance for this gun. It actually is why it has the nickname Yellow Boy. But anyway, we're going to want to go with no wrap, no scope, otherwise improved rifling and sights. Get a wood, obviously a wood grip because that's the only option. Dark varnish, I went with, I think this is mahogany here. You could go with anything that's kind of dark like that because there's quite a bit of variation in these stocks. Then for the metals, we're going to do it factory finish like they have in the show that they're clearly using, and there's actually most of them that they're using in the show, if not all of them, appear to be modern replicas. So most of them are using a bluer version of blued gun steel. So we're going to go with the blued for the sight, lever, hammer, and barrel because in this particular instance, the blued steel actually looks like it does in the show. So that's what we're going to be going with, and then the frame and the trigger should be brass. And that will closely replicate the gunmetal material that was used for these guns in real life and in the replicas in the show. So this actually looks pretty dang close, and like I said, this is also a gun that Doc Durant uses in this season. So those are the two firearms we're going to be taking a look at. Let's go take a look at the outfit. So here is the outfit, and honestly, this one turned out pretty dang good. It looks almost exactly like the picture that I based it off of. Now, obviously, we're going to run into a slight snag here with the fact that Colm Meaney is quite a bit older and more jowly than my character is. So if you want to try to imitate that, then you're going to want to crank the age of your character up in the character creation, and also the weight, the body weight, because you're going to want him to be a bit more jowly. I think the outfit looks really, really good either way. So what I did was I went for a medium length haircut that you can actually see around it, so it's not a fade or something like that. Tried to imitate the sideburns a little bit because he has sideburns that go about down to his, well, about the same level as his nose, which is common in Western characters like this. Unfortunately, there's no facial hair option that we can do for just sideburns, not unless we want ones that look like mutton chops, which would look absolutely ridiculous. So I went with clean shaven and no stubble. But yeah, that is, as far as facial hair and hair goes, that's how I did this one. So just starting it off, I went with the clean brown variant of the Western Homburg hat. And now this is pretty dang close to being perfect for the way that the hat that he uses in the show, at least in this specific outfit. Now his in the show has just a slightly larger brim, like it goes out just a little bit further, and it's a little darker brown. and the band around it is actually black. So this isn't perfect, but it's pretty close because it's almost exactly the same shape and size. The color is right, it's just a little bit lighter, and then the band is the wrong color, but there's nothing we can do about that because the other options did not work. This was probably the closest other option that had the black band, but then the hat is way too light. So this variant of the Hamburg hat is the one I went with. Now I considered going with a couple other hats. I tried the Stalker hat to see that one, the Drifter hat. There was a few of them that have the right shape, but the proportions are just way off. So I think the Hamburg hat is definitely the best fit for this outfit. For the necktie, I went with this blue variant of the puff tie. And now it's not perfect. He does wear neckwear in the show that's, I guess, kind of similar to this. It's tied just a little bit differently. It almost kind of just looks like some sort of a scarf that he has tied under his collar. And his is more of a, I don't know if you'd call it a floral pattern or psychedelic or something, but it's not stripes like this. So it looks a little bit different, but the colors are similar and it just feels about the same with the outfit. Then for the coat, I ended up going with this kind of light tannish brown variant of the roller jacket. And this is going to be another thing where there's quite a few options of brown jackets throughout the different categories in this game that would look fine with this outfit. It needs to be approximately this color and this length, but other than that, it can come down to personal preference. I think there's a worsted coat that almost worked, a leather jacket, an everyman jacket, and a brakeman jacket that were all pretty similar. I just think the roller jacket looks the best. I think it's got the best solid coat. It doesn't look dirty, doesn't look wore out, and it matches the shape and color of his pretty dang close. So that's the coat. For the vest, we didn't have a perfect option, but this one's as close as I could come. I just went with the gray paisley vest, the one that doesn't have much of a pattern to it. Now, the one he wears in the movie appears to be, I don't know if you'd call it tweed or something, but you can see it's kind of got a light pattern to it. But it is gray. It does have a single line of buttons. He has a pocket chain, but we can't do that. It goes up to about this height, and his has lapels like this. So honestly, I think this is pretty dang close to being perfect for the vest that he wears in this outfit. For the shirt, I decided to go with the white French dress shirt because both in this outfit and many other outfits in the game, you can see that he prefers the French style of collar, at least most of the time. But there are certain outfits, and you could interpret this outfit either way. So you could use the everyday white shirt. That would work as well. Probably just as well. But I think if you have the white French dress shirt, I think it's the one to wear. So for the weapon equipment, I ended up going with the kind of reddish brown variant of the embossed horsemanship gun belt. Again, it's not super perfect because the one he wears in the movie, it is about this color, but it obviously doesn't have nearly as much patterning as this. It's got kind of like a slightly darker black squared pattern going across it in repeating lines. But I think this looks pretty close, and it was easily the closest out of all the options in the game. And also his belt, the buckle that he has on this belt looks approximately like this one, a little bit thinner, but the same color and same shape. So no extra belt buckle, no offhand holster. He only has one holster, but this is the weapon equipment. For the pants, I went with the gray clerk pants for a couple reasons, one of which being they approximately match the vest, and in the show, his pants match his vest pretty much perfectly. And the other one being, other than the tuxedo pants, the gray tuxedo pants, there were no other clean option that had about the right cut to them and looked about right. Now, I would say that both the vest and the pants are just a little bit lighter than his are in the outfit, so I wish they were a touch darker, but they still look right. So this is the pants option that I went with. Then for the boots, I went with this kind of dark blackish, a little bit brown variant of the Burnham boots. His in the movie go up to his knees, so these are just a touch short. They're almost there, but not quite. But they do look right other than that. He does wear his outside the pants in this outfit, so we're going to be wearing them Texas style. Honestly, there were a couple options that I went with because the ones he has in the show are not Western style. They don't have pointed toes. They don't have the Western style top. They look a lot like this, except they're just smooth black. There were some other options that I considered, but I think these ones work the best and have the right shape, size, and go up to about the right height, or at least as close as we could come in the game. So I don't think there's any option of boots that are better than this for this outfit. And then obviously I went with no spurs because he does not appear to wear spurs, at least not on this outfit, which makes sense considering he doesn't do a whole lot of horse riding in the show, more of a train guy. But honestly, as you can see, just comparing the outfit I based it off of to this one, I think it turned out pretty decent. Obviously, it could be better. The neckwear is slightly off. The hat's a little bit lighter than I would like it to be. And like I said, if the vest and pants were just a shade darker, still gray, but just a shade darker, then all of that together would obviously make the outfit better. But as it is, I think it looks really close to the outfit from the show, and just in general is a really good outfit. I like the way it looks. That is Thomas C. Durant from, I mean, it's a specific outfit from season 3, but it's representative of a lot of his different outfits. He wears basically this same combination of clothing all the time. He's always got pants, a vest, a shirt, some sort of neckwear, usually has a jacket on, and some variation of a slightly fancier hat. He doesn't always wear a gun belt. His footwear changes and stuff, but this is a pretty good representation of most of his outfits. And that's actually where we're going to end the video. So I hope if you were trying to dress up like Doc Durant from Hell on Wheels, that this was a useful video for you, because honestly, I think the outfit turned out pretty dang decent. If you like this video, I, of course, as always, invite you to actually leave a like on the video. Like I've said before, liking a video, if you actually like it, like clicking the like button, is such an important step that anybody can do. It costs you nothing, takes no time at all, doesn't really affect anything about the way that you're going to be browsing YouTube in the future, but it helps the video out immensely. It's something you can do free to help creators you like. So it's important to remember to do little steps like that. Obviously, if you can take it further like a lot of people do, and they'll like and they'll comment and they'll do whatever they can to help people out in the algorithm, that's huge. So if you like the video, like I said, just don't forget to leave a like. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or most importantly, any recommendations or suggestions for future outfits you'd like to see me attempt, definitely let me know down in the comments section, because I love to give them a try. And lastly, if you haven't already and you enjoy my content, now I'll definitely invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. That way, again, you'll be helping my channel out in the algorithm, which is huge, and also you'll be able to stay up to date on the uploads that I make, which are basically every single day. And if you liked this, you'll probably like them, because my content is what most people would call pretty dang consistent. So with all that in mind, thanks a ton for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you made it all the way to the end. But we'll see you next time, and have a nice day. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.